Hi, first and second grade, it's Mrs. Soto. I wish I could be there with you in person, but instead I'm here in my basement of my house. Today we're going to start our very first art project of the year, and we're going to be doing a name design project. I know this is backwards, but in a couple minutes I'm going to flip my camera around so it's right. But we're going to be writing our name, and all around it we're going to fill up the whole space of the paper using different kinds of lines. So on my picture, what kind of lines do you see? We have zigzags. Light green here, these are curvy lines or wavy lines. This is called a dashed line. It's lots of short little lines put together to make one big long line. Here I have a straight line going around my name, and you put 4 of those straight lines together and we have a rectangle. Okay, we could also do all kinds of other lines. Where do I have here? I have all these other line choices. In Seesaw, when you look through, I have a page of this, so you can look at it while you're working on your art project. Yours has to look different from mine. Please don't copy it exactly. Maybe instead of a rectangle, you could have, some curvy lines going around your name. Instead of zigzags, you could have some other crazy kind of line. I want you to be really creative and make your own, okay? All right, so I'm gonna switch the camera around here so that you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. Okie doke, whoops. All righty, there we go. So I have my markers. Here's a piece of paper. All right, I also wanted to show you this one here. Here's another example. This one has kind of a zigzag line going around the whole name, and then some striped lines in the background. And also you can see on this one, I wanted to get a little extra fancy with my letters, so I put some dots on the end of each letter. You can be creative, do your own thing. All right, so first things first, when we write our name, you want to put you want to put your hand here, because if you start all the way over here, then you have no room for your designs, right? So I'm going to put my hand here, and then I'm going to start writing Mrs. Soto, M-R-S-S. Oh no, what's wrong? I ran out of space. That is a problem. It looks like I wrote my letters too big. So let me start over. When you write, you don't want to make your letters too big or you won't have room. I'll put my hand here again. Let's try this again. Let's make it a little smaller. M-R-S-S-O-T-O. Very good. Now I'm going to trace it with a marker or a crayon. Let's see. If I use yellow to trace it, do you think it's going to hide my pencil lines? No, I can still see the pencil. So we should probably use something darker, like maybe I'll use dark. Oh, I have a gray. Let's use gray. That's a lot better. M-R. So let me trace this as neatly as I can. Okay, now instead of straight lines around my name on this one, how about I do some bumpy lines. This almost looks like a cloud. These bumpy lines are great. Now let's see, what if I, to make it a little interesting, do a second bumpy line? Just tracing around the first one. On this example, I did zigzags around the name, and I did 3 extra colors of zigzags on that one. If you're running out of ideas for your lines, you can always look at this paper that's in Seesaw as a reminder. Now, let's see. On this example, all of my lines were going vertically. They were all straight up and down. Let's try something new on this one. I'm going to use gray. How about I do a couple straight lines? Let me go up and out, away from the middle. This is kind of fun. And so there's some straight lines. How about I do some curvy lines? Now, some of you are gonna think, well, I don't want to take too long, so I'm just going to go really fast and hurry up and get it done. And you're going to be like, here, let's do zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. That's starting to get really sloppy, isn't it? So you really want to take your time, and everything you do should be slow and careful and on purpose. Maybe I want to add, here I'll use yellow. Maybe I want to add some extra decorations that are not lines. Maybe I'm going to do some yellow dots next to all of my gray lines. This is actually turning into kind of a pattern. I have gray, yellow, purple, red, gray, yellow, purple, red. You don't have to do a pattern, but you can. Okay, I'm not going to finish that up. I think you guys get the idea. Now let me show you how I'm going to grade you. Every art project gets a grade. If you want to do a great job on this, for our objectives, I want you to have neatness. So that means do not be sloppy, like I was showing you. You want to be creative. That means don't copy exactly what I did. You can take some of my ideas, but use some of your own ideas. Use of space. That means fill your whole paper, fill it up. And of course, lines. Show me some different kinds of lines. Most importantly, have fun. And after you watch this video and do the project, there's another video that teaches you how to send me a picture. I want to see a picture of it. Have fun.